The unsettling feud begins. The sound of thunder and jungle creatures echoes from the distant dense jungle ruled by mysterious creatures. In a land where the shadows are thick and the trees whisper secrets, two kingdoms, one of men and one of animals, were separated only by thick jungles and hidden paths. Two rulers clashed in a battle of pride, not without a price. Their disagreement was not one of weapons, but of words and arrogance. What happened next would shake both worlds. Hunger, hatred, and a queen who could save them all. King Osei, the ruler of the jungle, a mighty anaconda, declared himself the ruler over all creatures of land and sky. His boastful words echoed through the land, and they soon reached the ears of King Adeyo, ruler of the homeland. But it was not long before words became a weapon of their own. What started as a simple boast soon threatened to destroy both kingdoms. A dangerous decree. King Osei, standing tall among his subjects, lions, elephants, and leopards, declared, "I am the ruler of this world. No human shall step foot in my jungle ever again. They are weak, and we are strong." Far away in the homeland, the words of the jungle king reached King Adeyo, a wise but proud ruler. "Who does this wild beast think he is? I am the king of a noble people, a people of wisdom and civilization." King Adeyo thundered. He issued a decree of his own, saying, "No animal shall enter our lands. They are forbidden from setting even a single paw in the homeland." Days turned into weeks. And weeks turned into months. The once rich farmlands of the homeland became dry, the crops withered, and hunger gripped the people. They had always relied on the jungle for food, and now the jungle was closed to them. The people of the homeland gathered in the streets. They cried out to King Adeyo, "Our children are starving. Our families are dying. Do something, or we will perish." The first risk taken in the homeland was a place of rich culture and prosperity, but now its people were fading. A group of brave hunters, led by a young warrior named Toya, decided to break King Adeyo's decree. Under the cover of night, they snuck into the jungle, hoping to gather food for their families. But the jungle was not kind to those who broke the law. The animals, obeying their king's command, attacked without mercy. One by one, the hunters fell, their bones left to rot in the underbrush. Toya, the last of the group, was struck down by a leopard in the moonlight. Back in the homeland, the news of their fate spread quickly. The people mourned their loss, but hunger still gnawed at their bellies. Something had to change. Queen Ebu's mission, an elder named Lamida, approached King Adeyo. "There is one way," he said. "King Osei of the jungle has many wives, but none as beautiful as our Queen Ebu. If we send her to him, perhaps he will be enchanted by her beauty, and he may grant us mercy." King Adeyo looked at Queen Ebu. She was the fairest of all the land, with skin as smooth as bronze and eyes that sparkled like the stars. But Queen Ebu was also known for her wisdom and bravery, beyond what anyone could imagine. Queen Ebu spoke with calmness. "I will go, but not to simply be a gift. I will go to change the heart of King Osei, not through beauty alone, but through wisdom." The people dressed Queen Ebu in the finest garments, her skin glowing in the sunlight, and she was left at the edge of the jungle, alone. She did not tremble or fear. Her heart was strong, and her mind was sharp. King Osei's enchantment. The jungle was vast and dark, but soon, one of King Osei's spies spotted Queen Ebu sitting beside a tree. The spy, a clever bush rat named Kenna, scurried back to the palace. "There is a stranger in our jungle," Kenna reported. "A beauty like none we have ever seen." The mighty King Osei, curious, ordered that the stranger be brought to him. When Queen Ebu entered his palace, all eyes were on her. The king's heart swelled with desire. She was seated beside him, her beauty outshining even the sunlight. But Queen Ebu was not here to flatter. She had a mission. As the night grew deeper, King Osei leaned closer. "You are more beautiful than all my queens," he said. "You shall stay with me forever." But Queen Ebu, without fear, looked him in the eye and said, "You are a fool." King Osei recoiled in shock. "How dare you speak to me like that?" he roared. Leopard Wame's intervention as King Osei's anger filled the room. A voice rose from the shadows. It was Wame, the wise leopard, silent and observant. "Wait," said Wame, his golden eyes gleaming. "Before you act, ask yourself, do you truly know who this woman is? Have you learned her story, or have you only seen her beauty?" The room fell silent. King Osei paused, his pride still burning, but Wame's words cut through the haze of anger. Queen Ebu stood tall. "I am no mere stranger. I am Queen Ebu, the wife of King Adeyo, ruler of the homeland." King Osei's rage began to fade, replaced by the weight of realization. He had nearly destroyed both kingdoms with his arrogance. The price of peace humbled by the wisdom of Leopard Wame and the courage of Queen Ebu, King Osei could not deny the truth any longer. He had let pride guide him, and it had brought his people and the homeland to the brink of ruin. He turned to Wame and declared, "From this day forward, you shall be the king of the jungle. All creatures will bow to your wisdom, for it is greater than my own." Then, he turned to Queen Ebu. "You are free to return to your people," he said. "The homeland may enter the jungle once again to hunt and gather food." But Queen Ebu did not leave immediately. "I will go," she said, "but not without justice. You must acknowledge the wrong you have done, not just to me, but to your own people and mine." King Osei nodded, for he knew she was right. And so, peace was restored between the homeland and the jungle. The people could once again enter the jungle, and the animals roamed freely. But the true lesson was learned by the kings themselves. Pride and anger lead only to destruction, but wisdom and forgiveness can heal even the deepest wounds. Leopard Wame became a symbol of patience and intelligence till this day, a reminder that even in the wildest of places, wisdom will always triumph over strength. Anger and pride only lead to destruction, but wisdom and patience can bring peace. Queen Ebu, Kenna the bushrat and the wise Leopard Wame had saved both kingdoms, not with strength, but with their minds. The moral of the story: this tale reminds us that wisdom is more powerful than force, and forgiveness can mend. If you enjoyed this story of bravery, wisdom, and adventure, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We'll bring you more amazing tales of courage and ancient African folklore every week.